Buddy, and I was going through a lot of this debates on uh, Trump, anti-Trump, Modi, anti-Modi. I've been seeing this in India for almost 10 years, and have met with all these very good, well-intentioned leftists, rightists, all sorts of people, and even common men who are also not that gullible as we think. And one thing is clear that everybody knows that these people want power, that they have a certain ideology. I think even that is very clear. Maybe what people don't know is the power of, from the little I know, because I also don't know anything. In fact, none of us know anything. That's one of the reasons why we don't admit it, but none of us know anything. Anything means, when I say anything, I mean enough to stop or to understand fully. And I believe that that understanding has come. And I'll read out that, and I think it could be clear when I read out. This is me as a student, not that I know or anything like that. This is the whole ending of Dim Hypothesis book, and I'll read out. It took the Greek centuries, how many we do not know, to emerge from primitivism and develop into rational men intoxicated by thought. It took more than 3 centuries after the rediscovery of Aristotle for the West Renaissance to emerge from the M era and enter the Enlightenment. How long then would it take a new form of an I philosophy to win a similar kind of battle? On the one hand, the new philosophy is stronger than its predecessors. On the other hand, this very strength makes it an unprecedented threat to the other modes. I have faced it all my life. Taking everything into account, it turns out that the most optimistic timetable I can reach matches closely the independently reached projection of an objectivist banker philosopher for whom I have long had the greatest respect. John Allison, not an unworldly academic like me, but the highly successful and nationally known longtime CEO of BB&T. It would take 25 years from now, we think, for objectivism to reach the point when one could see that in another 25 years, it would dominate the intellectual world. And then, about 2 generations more to move from intellectual to cultural and finally political dominance. In short, it would take something on the order of a century to win out. Even Kant, who could count on all the entrenched Christian premises, along with the whole progression of modern philosophy before him, required several decades to take over the mind of the West and 50 years more then to overthrow the Enlightenment politics. By contrast, objectivism, far from relying on entrenched ideas, declares war on them. In this context, the projection of an objectivist victory as requiring a century cannot be regarded unrealistic or defeatist. The Kantians had the additional advantage of proselytizing in a free and stable I or early D1 era, whereas today the probability of M2 success means the improbability that even the partial freedom we still enjoy can be sustained for another century. If there is to be a race between M2 and I, it seems one side will have an almost insuperable advantage. A religion of some kind, in all likelihood, would come to power 50 years earlier and then remove the possibility of public opposition. In fact, if public don't know, there is no opposition at all. There's no opposition now. There can always be unexpected gains or setbacks on either side. There can always be unexpected gains or setbacks on either side. And this, Leonard Peikoff is talking as if we all know objectivism. First of all, this is itself we don't know. It's worse than what he has written. We don't know what he's written. There can always be unexpected gains or setbacks on either side. If the eyes do make strides, that might slow down the other side. What strides? We are supporting, eyes are supporting Trump. And people who know, I think who know, who are fairly clear, are not holistic enough. That's what they have not read this book properly. It's not easy, not at all. If there can always be unexpected gains or setbacks on either side. If the eyes do make strides, that might slow down the other side. But on present evidence, this is the prediction. on present evidence to the extent that it can be identified and weighed objectively. I cannot see that such ups and downs will affect the modal outcome, which means the M2 is sure, the religious totalitarianism in India and America is sure. Here he goes on to give some little bit of hope, and this also was, it seems, suggested by even that 50 years was suggested by Joran Brook, because Leon Pico felt it will take 25 years only, and that's what is happening. Joran Brook said this is too pessimistic. I mean, as if, if you write 50 years, it will change facts. You should not write like that. My take on this is we should know this. First, we should know this for simply for our own clarity. That's all. For knowing, because it's the truth. We should know the truth. After the truth is known, like they say, is ought, right? First, you should know the facts. From the facts will come some kind of a when you something. First, you should know the facts. From then, you can imagine. Imagination without knowledge is not good, or wishing without knowledge. This is the knowledge we require. We require a knowledge of the sweep of history. We require an integrative knowledge. First, I don't have it. I'm only reading. But we should sit down and study this first. Once we study, then maybe with modern tools, with AI, which other things, maybe, I don't know. And with my own experiences, I can say people do listen to reason. They can learn. Then we'll come out with some extraordinary idea. So it's not as if Leonard Pickup is talking about determinism. He's talking about likelihoodness. Free will is there. Free will is not omnipotent. Just because I believe that I know the truth. Many people think that. Actually, many people think, I think that. Oh, I know the truth, the world will change. I feel that. That is a Dagny error. That doesn't mean it will change. We also know that. So we both know the truth. I think everybody in the universe, in the world today knows the truth that this will not be sustained. This is not good. Who doesn't know? But what they don't know as to why it is like that. Many people think that, why is the world like this? Why is the world like this? This is why the world is like this. So I say that we should read dim hypothesis just for our own happiness. And that's what Leonard Peikoff said also. He said, all this is not personal to me. That's where I agree with Robert Nasser when he says 97.3. Life is not political at all. It's just to somehow live our life. My life is not a small thing. 10 more years I have to live. I'll study these things. These are my interests. And I'll pass out and go. That is a small thing. Right? In this context. And that is the main thing. Your life, like Robert Nasser says, in the ideal world also, you'll do what you love to do, right? So that's in that sense. Leonard Peikoff was not so personal about politics. In fact, when he was told to vote, he thought whom to vote. Both are idiots. Okay, let me vote for the lesser idiot like Trump. And these people have interpreted that he is supporting Trump. He's not supporting Trump. He predicted Trump. He predicted tariffs. You read that. There is nothing that he didn't predict. His predictions are incredible. It's not his predictions. It's a study. It's a truth. The whole truth. Nothing but the truth. That is the dim hypothesis. And that is why, if my projection, my so-called suggestion is that if 1 lakh people or 1 million people read the dim hypothesis, then it will change the world, really. Even if 1 lakh people read the dim hypothesis, know what exactly is happening. First, you don't know, no, is ought. So first you know the facts. From the facts, if you, I can convince people. On a one-to-one level also, I can convince people. I have convinced people. All the young people who might get the point. That's so simple. Many of my friends get the point. But most don't. They simply don't or won't also. Out of wishes, fears, half knowledge. How can anybody know so much? They can't know. I have special interest. I am interested in this.